So here we go. Boom. Yeah, so here we are. It's Friday night, back at the brain dump. Let me get logged in here so I can see your comments, because that's part of the game. And then I got to turn my volume all the way down so I don't hear me, because that's your problem. Right. Hi, Joe. Joe's very excited. There's 4 people watching. You guys all jumped in right away. Hey, there's Tim. So it's going to be a quickie tonight. I'll explain why shortly. Whoa, what happened? I think I broke everything. Yeah. Dropping the phone against the touchscreen computer is not a good way to go. Angelo's here. Patrick is here. Hi, Patrick. Yes, you're here for the whole thing. I'm so sorry. So here's the deal. It's going to be a short one tonight. We're going to go over a couple of things real quick, and you guys will help me stay on track because I'm sure I'm off the rails. And then I got to go because I got some business to take care of. Got to go do some hood rat shit with some hood rat friends for hood rat reasons. You understand how that works. There's John Farmer. Hey, John. Prepare to be farmerized. So that's tonight. That's why tonight's going to be a short show. Tomorrow I've got a bunch of work to do on the house. Sunday is the last open of the Public Minuteman Challenge. It's not too late if you want to register. If you want to get out for this last one, get your chance to win one of these poker chips, this is it. We're going to do one more event this year. That one's going to be for chip holders only. That's going to be our Tournament of Champions. There is no date announced yet. But for Sunday, this is an open class Minuteman Challenge, which means any semi-automatic magazine-fed rifle is good to go. You need 200 rounds of ammunition for your firearm. You need proper eye and ear protection. That's going to be an Instagram post pretty soon because I'm sick and tired of seeing people shoot without eye and ear pro on. I don't get why that's a trend lately. But it's a thing. We provide everything else. Range fees are included. Targets are included. We have the RE Factor Tactical Dead Man's Hand training cards, and we'll run those drills for you. We provide everything. You show up with your gun, your ammo, ready to rock and roll. We put your skills to the test, and we see who's actually got it. That's this Sunday. If you haven't registered already, there's still a couple of spots left. Go ahead and register. So that's Sunday. Monday, I'm working with Doc Schoenfeld, doing some more Secret Squirrel stuff, doing some training for another organization. I don't know how much I'm allowed to discuss that just yet because it's still kind of last minute things coming together. So hopefully I'll be able to tell you about that at least after it's over. If not, be able to post it while it's happening. It's the nature of the business, right? Sometimes we got to do dirty deeds, and they have to be kind of done on the QT. So, product announcements this week. High Speed Daddy is launching a couple of new things. The backpack in multicam is in. Orders are going to start getting filled in the next couple of days. I don't have it listed on my website yet. I'll get it listed. It's a little more expensive than the black and the brown, but they're on their way. I'll get those listed so you guys can get them ordered if you're interested. The other thing is, in the next 2 weeks, you should see the High Speed Daddy lunch boxes coming out. You can either use those in coordination with the backpack or without the backpack. You're not really married to it as part of a system, but they're neat, fully insulated, a little bit bigger. They're about yo big because I did get to handle and fondle one of the prototypes. So they're not enormous. They're a little bit bigger than like a standard lunchbox. I believe the measurements are to fit 6 standard size cans of daddy beverage. Right. So those are cool. Those are on the way. Matador Arms released a new pistol grip. Those are coming in the next 3 weeks. So I've got a couple on order. We'll see what happens when they come in. People seem to be pretty interested in those. Matador has really been great to me, first of all. Annika and Nolan are awesome. They've got really outstanding products. Everything is machined aluminum. Everything is top quality and not terribly expensive. Most of it is being made in Canada. The one thing off the top of my head that I know is not is the folding vector adapter, which I can't seem to keep in stock. I just ordered a whole nother batch, and as of like 3 o'clock this afternoon, they're sold out already. So I have to order more on Monday. I could probably send an email at like 3 o'clock in the morning and get a response from Annika because I don't think she ever sleeps. But I'm not going to do that. Have a weekend. It's a thing. Relax a little bit. So another order is going to go in Monday so I can get more of those in so you guys can order them up before they get here and everybody can stay mad at me because I'm not pushing them out the door fast enough. It is what it is. So that's kind of been the good thing there. Other stuff coming up. We've got 2 diversity shoots in November. Check out diversityshoot.com or facebook.com/the second is for everyone to find out more about those events. Tony is busting his hump to basically bring a doubleheader in the month of November. I believe the first one is November 6th, which if I remember right is a Monday. It's definitely a Monday. I might be wrong on the date. The second one is November 30th, and I'm not sure which day of the week that is. But the first one in November is going to be down at Shooters in Lakewood, and the second one will be back at Gun for Hire in Woodland Park. So, did I say Shooters? Shouldn't be Shooters. It should be Garden State Shooting Center. Garden State Shooting Center is where the first one's happening. There's a lot of ranges in New Jersey, and there's more popping up all the time. So if I screw that up, correct me. Not a whole lot of comments coming in, guys. I don't know if there's just lag or if you don't have much to say because I'm talking so fast. Trainings. We've got 2 classes in November in addition to 2 diversity shoots. We're doing our Intro to Shotgun, which is just a basic bare bones safety course. You do break clays. You do get to shoot stuff out of the sky. That's awesome. Shotgun is super, super fun. If you are versed in handgun and rifle and don't have much experience with shotgun, this is a great course to start with. Then we're going to touch on, in the second course, we're going to touch on more defensive use of a shotgun and why that is a good or not good choice for you in your personal defensive plan in defending your home. We're a shotgun house at my house. That's what April prefers, so that's what we use, and there's a lot of reasons to use a shotgun. We'll talk about some of the weaknesses as well as some of the strengths. It's going to be a good class. Still spaces available in both of those, so blackbagresources.com if you want to register. Farmer says it's Garden State. Yes, thank you, John. I realized I said the wrong thing after I said it, but it's been a crazy week, and I'm going 1,000 miles an hour. Fred Young is here. Hey, Fred. Drinking that refreshing drink from that awesome cup, stud, LOL. Angelo says, breathe, you're 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm really going full throttle, and I have a lot to get done tonight and not a lot of time to do it. And like I said, I've got to go do some hood rat shit in a little bit. So I probably won't be getting to bed until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'm hitting the coffee at 10:20 at night, which is something I rarely ever do. You guys know I'm pretty sensitive to caffeine, and I avoid it as much as I can. In the last couple of years, I've started drinking coffee most mornings because I do 16 hours a day at the day job. In addition to trying to be present as a husband and father, and working on the business full time. So yeah, I'm good for like 36 hours a day. I'm not sure how that works. Caffeine helps. John Farmer says people underestimate the amount of training a shotgun requires. Take the course, folks. Thanks, John. We're going to do quite a bit of stuff. So if you're interested in that course, we'll send you the info on that. Fred says, I got a game tomorrow. Not much sleep for me tonight. Always worked up before game. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Fred is one of the paintball folks. Battle for Berlin tomorrow at Skirmish USA. So that's the last game in the big three that they do up there each year. So that completes that series for 2017. It's funny that there's the first game early in the year. There's the big game in the summer, and then there's this one this weekend. But it's really the one in the summer that's like the Super Bowl. And then this one is what wraps up the season, but it's not nearly as big or as big a deal as Ion in the summer. So Fred's got that. Joe's teasing him about Go Germans because he's part of the Allied command staff. It's scenario-based paintball, so World War II scenario. Allies versus Axis. Usually Americans versus Germans, however you want to play it. Excuse me. In the news, we're going to skip a lot of the political nonsense. I'm just happy to see that people are pushing back on these bills to restrict, in the wake of the tragedy in Las Vegas, people are pushing back on these bills that are supposed to restrict bumpfire stocks, but don't seem to mention the word bumpfire stock in the entire bill, and is intentionally obtuse, broad, and overreaching. And people have caught on that our opponents in Second Amendment freedoms are overreaching big time on these bills. And instead of taking the smart route and just trying to whittle away that little piece, they're trying to take a big grab right now. And people are catching them with their hand in the cookie jar and going, nah. Even some of the left-wing anti-gun folks are looking at it as bad legislation, which is awesome. ATF came out and responded that they're going to stand by their original decision on the bumpfire stocks and maintain that they are not full auto and not to be restricted as far as that goes. So they kind of doubled down on their decision from a few years ago. NRA came back and said they are against additional legislation regarding bumpfire stocks. So interesting times. We've seen a good trend over the last couple of years where our side has gained some ground, but even in the face of tragedies and what's normally been, I'm getting there, Angelo, slow down. What's normally been an opportunity for opposition to Second Amendment freedoms to come in and say, okay, we had this tragedy, now let's use the emotional roller coaster that everybody's on to our advantage to pass new legislation, take things away, infringe on your rights a little bit more. And in the last couple of years, people have turned around and said, no, just because something bad happens doesn't mean you change the rules. It's tragedy, and we need to take steps to prevent tragedies from happening, but we don't punish innocent people for things they didn't do. So pretty cool as far as that goes. Today is October 20th, and what Angelo's punching here, let me just hit these. Fred says he's trying to get an Allied sweep for 2017 because they won the first two games, so he's trying to get a big win on the third. Angelo says, yeah, they restrict everything. Angelo says, New Jersey stun gun update. So today is October 20th. Today is the final day for the New Jersey legislature to put forth whatever new rules they're going to propose in response to the Supreme Court deciding that the ban on stun guns and tasers in New Jersey is unconstitutional, and therefore the laws have to get tossed. But it's still not clear exactly what they're doing. And the new rules won't go in effect until Monday anyway. So we'll see what Herr Weinberg comes up with over the next 72 hours to try to further restrict freedom, because that seems to be her thing. So she, she's got to go, guys. There's an election coming up. Figure it out. You guys in Bergen County need to really mobilize and get rid of her. She's the linchpin in the gun control fight in New Jersey. For those of you unaware, every bad law that New Jersey has right now was written by that single senator. So without her, all that nonsense stops. Just a theory I have. Since she's written everything since the 92 assault weapons ban to all the other crap legislation that you've got in New Jersey. If you could just get rid of her, you'd probably pull the plug on the whole crappy gun law thing in New Jersey. But she's well entrenched. She's been there for several decades at this point. You know, and they say only the good die young, so Loretta Weinberg isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Patrick says, even Diane Frankenstein said more gun laws wouldn't have stopped the tragedy. Yeah, Diane Feinstein, even she said, you know, no law would have stopped this from happening, but we're going to pass more laws anyway. Because that's her MO. She had crap bills waiting, just waiting for something bad to happen as an excuse. It's what they do. It's their modus operandi. So, John Farmer says local elections matter. Yeah, absolutely, guys. November is just around the corner. We're less than 3 weeks away from elections in New Jersey. You've got the opportunity to support a very strong, and since the big part of this is always with my business and the brand and everything is obviously very pro-gun, Kim Guadagno is kind of huge. She's awesome. She's a juggernaut. She's the Republican candidate. She's a former sheriff. She came out as very pro-gun. She appeared and spoke at ANJRPC's national meeting or annual meeting. That was a big deal. No gubernatorial candidate has ever done that before. That's huge. I don't care what ding-dongs say about, oh, it was a secret meeting. Ignore them, right? She's the way to go. I like Pete Rohrman, who's the Libertarian candidate. Unfortunately, I don't think he's got the presence that Kim Guadagno has at this point. So if you're in New Jersey, I strongly recommend supporting Kim. Phil Murphy is an absolute nuke to Second Amendment rights in New Jersey and is a demon on wheels as far as taxation goes. So if you've ever posted a taxation is theft meme, you're really just voting against Phil Murphy at this point. I wanted to do a line of shirts regarding the campaign. I don't know that there's going to be time to get them done. I'm going to try if I can. If not, please forgive me. Everything's time sensitive, and it just is what it is. But yeah, Phil Murphy is a nightmare. The other two are better choices. I think Kim is the one to really support, especially in the last couple of weeks. She's come on really, really strong in favor of Second Amendment rights and been very active and vocal on that in what's primarily a purple-blue state. So that takes guts on her part, and I hope it doesn't torpedo her campaign. You know, I really think the big issue is taxes, because frickin' Phil just wants to tax the crap out of everyone and everything he possibly can. Like, he's out of his damn mind. That's the long and short of it there. Okay. What other questions do you guys have for me? Go ahead and post them here, and we'll get to those in the next 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to wrap this up. Because like I said, I got a lot of work to do tonight. I apologize it's a short one. I apologize for the fact that I'm like machine gunning topics at you. It is what it is. Angelo says, Kim or we are done. Evan Knappen had posted something earlier this week, and I commented on it. Hey, can we hijack the whole slogan from Hillary's campaign and go, I'm with her? Because it's funny that, all of a sudden Democrats in New Jersey aren't so concerned with you should vote for a woman. Your choice is an old white guy, so you should vote for a woman. Not when she's a Republican, huh? Hi, baby.
Hi.
What are you up to?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Straightening up.
He wants to put a toll on all major roads, Angelo says. That's, how in the hell? Yeah, it's just whatever he can do to get more money out of New Jersey taxpayers, he wants to do. Oh, there's the hearts all over the screen. Yeah, I mentioned April. She's obviously in the room, and everybody wants April. Come here.
My hair's not brushed.
I don't care. They don't care. Right, there she is. So wait until it pops up on the screen. Yeah, you see this? This is all you. They don't care about me. They're just here to see a little peek of you. Yeah. And maybe some of this.
Well, that's not even in the...
Yeah, there you go. There it is. Yeah.
The baby.
There's the baby. Don't listen to her. His name is Seamus. All right. Yeah. Well, holy crap. Yeah. See, look at this. They're going nuts over here. All right.
It's just because I'm their
Everybody's saying hi to April. Patrick says, his camp is worried when Obama comes to stump for him. Yeah, and again, I'm not sure that's going to work in his favor the way he wants it to, right? Obama's going to come out and stump for Phil Murphy, but you got to keep in mind, Obama is what got us President Trump. That was the pushback. And Hillary, myself included, right? I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I voted against Hillary Clinton and the last 8 years of failed Democratic policy. It is what it is. John Farmer says, take a minute to thank you for all your hard work on behalf of gun rights. You're making a difference, Sean. Keep it up. Well, thanks, Sean. I don't know that I'm making a difference, but we're all in this together, so we just got to keep that log rolling. Oh, geez, wow. There's everybody shouting at April. You guys are funny. And Fred voted for Bernie. Don't beat him up. This is America. You can vote for whoever you want. I'm not gonna criticize.
The Ally General voted for Bernie.
I think he's joking, but even if he's not, we'll let it slide. Yeah, and if you haven't been paying attention, April is running a Facebook online event for Damsel in Defense. Speaking of stun guns and tasers and personal defensive tools and New Jersey restrictions, if you look up Damsel in Defense and you search April's
Self Rescuing Damsel.
Self Rescuing Damsel
on
Facebook, Self Rescuing Damsel, you will find April's Damsel in Defense stuff and that event. So click on that event. She's following the news and posting articles like 25, 30 times a day. She's putting all kinds of stuff out there. She's keeping a very close eye on this.
Mark Cheeseman and Alexander Rubian are also posting on the page.
Okay, so there you go. Cheeseman and Rubian are posting on the page about what they know. So pay close attention to what Mark Cheeseman is saying, because he was directly involved in the lawsuit that resulted in the Supreme Court decision. We'll leave it at that. So April's got a bunch of stun guns for sale. You can check those out. My favorite is, what's that one called? Light Me Up?
The Light It Up.
Light It Up. It looks like a flashlight. You want to grab that real quick?
I got mine in my purse.
Sorry to make you run back and forth.
I'm waddling.
I'll show you this on my show, even though it's not something I sell. But you can check these out. So
yours is probably not charged.
There's the lanyard, right? And I'll show you the switches here if we can see them. So there's the switch, right? First level is the flashlight, and it's a considerably bright light. My computer's freaking out right now. So if I push that switch past where the light comes on, now it's armed, and I can use, let me just make sure, yeah. So The reason I like this is because it really looks like a regular flashlight. So she got the pretty blue one. Mine's all black. And I'm telling you, at a glance, you have no idea this thing is going to do anything. Here's the other neat feature. It's got a dead man switch in it. So, you know, hopefully, I know John Farmer's watching. I don't know if Mike Wolf is going to see this, but in defensive use of this, God forbid your attacker gets it away from you. Now it's not going to work anymore with that pin disabled, right? So this is totally safe and an intelligent way to approach a contact required defensive tool, right? And once you plug it back in, it's hot to trot again. I'm going to turn that off and give it back before I injure myself. So yeah, check those out from April. Why are you standing behind me with that? We're into the third trimester. She's a little moody. I'm not. I got to be careful. I can't. Hi, baby.
Hi,
So
baby.
yeah. So those are really cool. If I have one, as soon as we get any updates and we know for sure we're in the clear to carry these things on Monday, guess what's going in my pocket? I'll have that with me all the time. Unless my job decides that their rule about not having them is going to stay in force despite the changes to the law. I don't know. It's crazy. It is what it is. Welcome to New Jersey. Angelo says the flashlight looks awesome. Yes. Tab is here. Hey, Tab. She says, ouch. Yeah, ouch. What's the voltage on that monster? Do you know off the top of your head?
They stopped releasing the voltage because they're having all of them tested.
They're being recalibrated, but it's stupid high. I'll put it this way. It's higher than any of the ones I sell. So, yeah, do that. Tim says, ooh, that's stunning. Dad joke.
Before they pulled it, it was 6.5 million to 7.5 million.
6.5 million to 7.5 million. But they're getting them retested, so that number may change slightly, or they may narrow that gap down a little bit. Joe Midoff says the rhinestones look good on you. Mine doesn't have the rhinestones, but thanks. I feel so pretty. Tab wants to know how many amps. Do you know that off the top of your head?
I don't.
We don't, but she'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Let me throw her under the bus and make her do more work that way.
High voltage, low amperage.
Walt Keeley is here. Hey, Walt. AKA the infamous Ruger. For you paintball folks who use call signs and not real names, and we don't recognize each other without paintball masks on. Tim says, stun me. No.
No, I'm not allowed to.
Not doing that. She's actually prohibited by corporate policy to zap people for fun. Can't do it. And Frederick, a.k.a. Bo, is saying, who's Ruger? Yeah, paintball guys. Busting each other's chops there. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you got a bunch of information out of this brain dump. Hopefully it was worth your 38 minutes or whatever we're up to. Yeah, I don't know how long this thing has gone on. Thank you. I got to go do some hood rat shit. You guys be safe out there. Pay close attention to what April's doing. Congratulations to New Jersey on gaining a small piece of freedom back. And we'll keep you posted with the other new stuff that's coming in. Love you lots. Be safe. Bye, Felicia.
He finally just fell asleep a little bit ago.